Hi Chella, Peter here again. Sorry it took me so long. I was out of town last week and I'm about to go out of town this week as well. Just got a few busy time with tournaments with the end of the semester coming. A couple of things. Great golf swing, I must say. Very nice. Only big challenge, I put Tiger on the right hand side and I put your student on the left hand side. Ball position is way too far backwards. So what's going to happen is he's going to struggle. Because if he's too far back, it means his shoulders and everything are going to get a little bit shut at address. Now, what happens is he takes his backswing and it looks pretty good. If you put him on the K-rest, he's nowhere near turned as far as he should be turning. You know, where if I look at Tiger, let's just draw a line from the ball up through the middle of his head. And I do the same thing into the top of the backswing. You know, look at the difference in the lower body turn and the upper body turn. There's been no rotation. The other thing that I'm seeing is that I can see his elbow. So if I just draw a little red dot here, you can see his right hand elbow. I would like to not see that. It must be hidden from his arm. And his left shoulder is too high. I'd like to see it a little lower. So a little bit more side bend in the left shoulder. He's got to get a little bit more tilt, as we call it. Okay, but great golf swing. Now, a little bit more tilt. Now what happens is now there's a disconnection. Now the hips try and fire. And you can see there how his upper body and lower body are not quite all together. Okay, so now the other thing that's very important, and I can't load, you want to try and get him into impact. Now, because he hasn't turned, his shoulders are going to try and unwind, and his shoulders are going to try and unwind early. So what happens, the club's going to get pulled across the line, which is going to cause a fade. So what happens in his case is he's firing his lower body early to try and get the club to shallow, to get the plane underneath. You don't want that at all, because that means it's just going to be a push or it's going to be a big hook. So I can't change the videos now. It's in the middle of a power chalk, but let me now go forward and I'll go to the back video here. Okay, so if I look at this video for a second, everything here, if we look at the green line on the plane and I look at the shoulder plane as well, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Everything comes inside, because that's just taking it away with the hands, and the shoulders are not rotating. Club's a little too shallow, too far behind him. I'm not too concerned about that, but I'm more concerned about the hips haven't turned, the shoulders haven't turned enough. And now what happens is the club drops way inside here. So that club dropping inside, also I would make him do as many squats as he can. Okay, so firstly, what I would do is I would get a couple of golf balls. And right where I'm putting my little red dot here, I would put a few golf balls here, 1, 2, 3, 4 in a line on the inside of the golf ball. Because then he has to swing on the outside and get the club more down the line. Firstly, sort out the turn. Secondly, sort out the path. I would put something, maybe even a little baby soccer ball, maybe a noodle. Bring a noodle here, or bring a noodle on the right-hand side. Put a big pool noodle on the side here. You've got to stop him coming so much on the inside. You can see here this video. He's way underneath and his hands are running out and away from him. So that ball started way right and it's just like a big slingshot hook. Okay, that's not going to be good. So you've got to get his path sorted out and you've got to get his turn sorted out. You need to get more flexibility in his butt, and his thighs have got to get a lot stronger. So give that a try and give me a shout. Send me a video that looks better. Thanks, I appreciate it, Chella. And talk to you soon.